That's how it's done, folks. Shiver minnow on Winnebago. So yeah, I know I've had a lot of questions since we did that Shiver minnow video on like my setup, how I work it, baits, colors, depending on the day. Windy days are always better, no doubt about that. Not that you can't have some really good days casting shiver minnows when it's calm, but yeah, definitely windier days definitely seem to be better overall. On Winnebago, I like to throw the 2s or the 2.5s. This happens to be the color that I'm using right now. Seems like the brighter colors, the purples, yeah, those definitely seem to be the go-tos. As far as my rod, I use a 7-foot medium Razr rod Maxx. Definitely need, when you're casting shiver minnows, especially when you start throwing those number 3s, that's a big chunk of lead. Use most of the time you're using 3s on Green Bay, or when you're fishing some deeper water, or when it's windy. The important thing is feel. You got to be able to feel that bait hit the bottom. You got to have and you got to have a quick reaction, because most of the time they're going to have that bait pin when you go to lift it. But yeah, something with a good backbone, which this Razr rod definitely has. And then somewhat of a fast tip is another important thing. So you definitely want a little bit of flex, but not too much flex. If you're using too soft of a rod, you're going to miss a lot of fish. But other than that, I use 10-pound SUFFIX 832. I used to use Power Pro, nothing against Power Pro. I love Power Pro, but this 832 seems to cast a little bit nicer. Then I just put a 14-pound SUFFIX Advanced Fluorocarbon leader on it. Another thing I'll tell you, make sure you're checking your leader, because most of the time we're fishing rocks. A lot of zebra mussels on all these systems now. Check that bottom 4 inches of your leader. Make sure that doesn't get frayed. I've seen a lot of guys break off baits, break off fish, and then just a simple clip. And that's the basic setup. Having something light that you can feel everything. You know, you take that Razr rod Maxx and you combine it with that Diawa Tetula reel. The other reels I use are those SCHEELS Outfitter 1 reels, which are phenomenal. They're made by Diawa as well. Get yourself a good, nice, tight spinning reel, something that's light, that's going to complement your rod. It doesn't pay to go out and have a really nice rod for casting that's nice and light and balanced, and then throw a big, heavy, clunky reel on it. So if you're going to spend the money on a rod, spend the money on a reel. These are definitely reels that I recommend. You can get them at SCHEELS. Other than that, hope you guys enjoy this video. It's going to be short. I'm actually out here with the Goomba today. There she is right there. My supervisor, my all-star. So, yep, everybody, this is the first time Goomba's been on YouTube. She loves being in the boat. She's 10 years old, so she can't really handle the heat as much as she used to. But yeah, other than that, hope everybody's having a great 4th of July weekend, or had a great 4th of July weekend. It's actually the 4th of July today. Yeah, other than that, we'll give you a couple other tips and tricks. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. It's free. It only takes a couple seconds to subscribe. And yeah, leave comments down below. I'll leave all the product descriptions I'm using down in the description on YouTube, with all the links you can click on. That'll get you right over to those pages. And other than that, until next time on the water, tight lines. Hooked up, hooked up, hooked up. Nice walleye. Yeah, 16-incher or so. Be a nice eater if we were keeping some fish today. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whoa! Yeah, nice fish. Yeah. There we go. Hooked up again. I don't know if this is a walleye. Huh, smallie. Yeah, you never know what you're going to catch on a shiver minnow. You definitely catch plenty of smallies when you're casting on the rocks. Looks like a nice walleye. Not getting any crazy sheephead shuffle. At least I don't think I am yet. Oh yeah, nice walleye. Nice 17, 18 incher. Beautiful fish. Sure is nice seeing all these fish in the system this year. Because man, oh man, there is a lot of them. Come here. Imagine that on the old Fishtails Custom. I know I've said it before, but folks, I'm telling you right now, if you don't have that purple, you need to get that purple. It's good on Green Bay, good everywhere. Another nice 17 incher or so. Beautiful fish. So another common question that I've been getting on the Shiver minnow thing is cadence. So I'm going to cast crossways with the wind just to kind of show you guys the cadence on this thing. So you reel down to 9, snap it up to noon. Reel your slack to 9, snap it to noon. Down to 9, snap it to noon. 9 and noon. And the important thing is after that snap, leave that rod tip up so you can feel that bait hit the bottom. You're going to feel that thud. It's so important. I'll see a lot of guys, they'll do the snap and then they'll put their rod tip right back down. You're never going to feel that bait hit the bottom. Very important to keep that rod tip up. So yep, 9 and noon. 9 and noon, maybe not quite noon, maybe like 11, 11:30. Somewhere in there. Just using the side scan to find the fish and just bouncing around on this point. 4th of July weekend, so it's definitely getting busier out here. All the boats are starting to anchor up and start their partying for the day. But yeah, hope all this information is helping you guys. I think there was one more question that I've got to answer yet, but we'll do that on the next fish. And until next time on the water, tight lines. Up again. Little guy. Yeah, maybe he's not so little. 13 incher probably. Yeah, 12, 13 incher. Good for the future. Hooked up. Yep. Figured it was probably a drum. It's alright, if you're not catching drum, you're probably not catching walleyes, so. What do we got this time? Oh, nice walleye. He is not happy that he's hooked. Not happy at all. A nice 16, 17 incher. Whoop. Well, good catch and release. Well, since we got the bait out of the water here, as you can see, purple like normal, although we did get 1 or 2 on that green too this morning. The other question that I get when we're shiver minnowing is, besides the cadence between, you know, that 9 and 11, 9 and noon, is pops. So when you're casting this thing out, everybody thinks you always need to rip this thing really hard. You know, you don't necessarily have to do that. Like today, the shorter pops are definitely working better than the big rips. So vary that cadence. And I always tell clients, when I got clients in the boat, vary your cadence. Sometimes rip it more aggressive, sometimes do a shorter pop. The key to it is making sure that you're lifting the bait off the bottom. If you're dragging, you're going to have zebra mussels, you're going to get snag, you're going to get, you know, the moss that's down on the rocks. Not that you're still not going to get that stuff anyway, but the important thing is the lift. But vary that cadence. It doesn't always have to be an aggressive rip. Some days they want that aggressive rip. Like today, they don't. So today they definitely want a shorter pop. So lifting it still, giving it a little bit of a rip, but the rip is a lot shorter. So other than that, I hope that answers all your questions. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. We're going to catch a few more fish and then head into shore. Happy 4th of July weekend. And yeah, the sun's starting to come out, so yep, it's going to be time to head in because it's going to get hot. So until next time on the water, tight line. What do you think? Yeah, it's getting warm out here. Yeah. What do you think? How's it going, folks? Well, it was a quick morning out on Winnebago. I was hoping that sun was going to stay behind the clouds a little longer because this little girl can't handle the heat. And but yeah, it was fun. We got everything covered I wanted to cover on the video this morning. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it helps you guys. Those were probably the most common questions that I got about shiver minnowing. Yeah, chop always helps. Overcast always helps. You know, fishing shallow rocks. Yeah, other than that, it was a great morning. Caught, I don't know, 6, 7 walleyes, a couple sheephead like normal, missed some fish. But yeah, the only other question that I probably have gotten is what do I store my shiver minnows in? And that would be this guy right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. An awesome box. Plano Synergy box. 3700. Works awesome for your shiver minnows. Awesome for your shiver minnows. Protects them, holds them nice. Yep, they're a big investment. You might as well take care of them. And yeah, you can get those right at SCHEELS as well. But other than that, hope you guys had a great 4th of July weekend. I know we did. Goomba and I are going to head in. Goomba's probably going to go for a little swim. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, you know. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely getting warm out here now that the sun came out. So, oh, now she's going to pose for the camera. Of course she's going to, because she's a ham. But yeah, if you can also please subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate that. I know it takes a minute or so to get that done, but it helps me out a lot. Really enjoyed this YouTube thing. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate all the feedback I'm getting, all the comments I'm getting. Seeing guys at the launch, commenting about it. Like I said, if you got any other questions, something you want to see, whatever, leave in the comments down below. You can message me on Facebook, Instagram. Everything is under Brinsley's Guide Service, TikTok, the whole 9 yards. Got all the social media platforms out there. But yeah, other than that, it was a great morning on the water. Well, a great hour. We were out here about an hour. So now we're going to go for a little boat ride, let this little girl cool down a little bit. What do you think, Goomba? You ready to go for a ride? Are you ready to go for a ride? Yeah, you ready to go for a ride? All right, folks, until next time on the water, tight lines.